And I'm back. Damn. So many videos in one day. But hey, I've been looking around on the tube and I ran across the shit. I finally decided to look into that Uber Freight. So I'm going to make a video and touch on that real quick. And yes, I signed up for Uber Freight today. I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people, man, this is why I'm making this video. A lot of people is like, oh man, they're a tech company. They have no morals. They're just going to devalue the freight. They're going to this. They're going to that, and they're going to blase, you know, doomed to all. Now, here's an idea. If the autonomous truck comes to the market, there's been a lot of talk about that here lately as well. But if that was to come to the market, that's going to put a hurting on our industry altogether by itself. And usually when they start putting their minds together on doing something, they figure a way out. But I think they're quite a few years away from that. It's too much of a liability. You know, it's just not going to pan out. But yeah, that will devalue the trucking industry. So my advice to that is spend the next couple of years, get you a truck bought and paid for, so you can take that hit if you want to stay in this industry. You know, any business in any industry, you have to learn how to adapt, because companies are very innovative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very innovative. So you gotta be hip with the change. You know, you gotta be up to the times. So that's the warning I give you. If autonomous comes out, auto, whatever they call that damn thing, if it comes out in the next 5 years, you know what, in 5 years, my truck's going to be bought and paid for. My trailers are going to be bought and paid for. I will not have no overhead on my equipment other than some maintenance. But that way I can afford to take a hit and still make money. But I don't plan to be in trucking that long. I got other ventures I'm looking at, and I'm getting real close to in the next few years. But Uber Freight, yeah, they're a bad moral company. They have no ethics. They have no this, no that. Well, let me ask you this. The same way Steve Jobs came out with Apple, came out with the iPod, he shut down basically any record store to go get CDs and cassettes. Shut them down. They're gone. Thing of the past. Thanks, Steve Jobs. By the way, I like my Apple products because it's more user friendly. I don't have to go anywhere to get my music. I got it right here. Here's another one for you. Thanks, Netflix. You actually put Blockbuster, Movie Gallery, and all the little mom and pops out of business. They're gone. I don't know about you, but I like my Netflix. I like my instant streaming. I didn't like going to Blockbuster because I always had late fees. So I love my Netflix. I love my instant streaming. I love my Kodi and all the anything that makes it available for me to stream live on here, out here on the road even. So thank you, technology. Let's see, another one. I just had it in the back of my head. What was that other one? I might remember it in a second. But let's see what Uber's done to the industry of taxi. Everybody said, you know, they killed the industry. The taxi, you know, drivers are, you know, they killed the industry. They have no moral ethics. Well, let me ask you this. Are you a company owner or are you a driver? Because if memory serves me correctly, Uber came to the market a few years back. They introduced a new innovation. And it took the company out of the place versus the driver making money hauling people around. But they killed the industry. No, they killed the company side of it. They killed the company side of it. Everybody driving an Uber is the same thing as the guys driving a taxi cab for Yellow Cab. They're the same damn people. But now they got their own ride, they got their Uber account, and they don't work for a taxi company. They work for themselves sponsored by Uber. So tell me how they devalued the corporate or that industry. No, they made it easier for the people to drive. They took out the company. Just like Steve Jobs took out the record companies. Just like Netflix and all the instant streaming took out the movie galleries, the Blockbusters, and all the mom and pops. They took out those companies. Listen, it's innovative. At most, I see Uber Freight putting a hurting on the dickheads that's been putting a hurting on us for the last 10, 15, 20 years. That being Swift, JB, Snyder. They want to put a hurting on them, not us as the drivers. If memory serves me correct, if they follow the same pattern, it's going to put a better relationship between you as a driver and the shipper. So I'm thinking it's cool, it's good. And I read a lot of comments where said, they're going to pay good rates at first, and then they're going to cut the pay. Well, I posted on that topic on the comments on the Uber Freight video. And let's say it's real simple. If you read that comment and you found your way on my channel, it's real simple. We as carriers, with our own authority, in the startup stages with Uber, you're going to have your own authority. We carriers with our own authority, we get our loads from companies. I mean, I'm set up with JB Hunt. I'm set up with Roadrunner. I'm set up with Snyder. I'm just waiting a little bit of time on Snyder. I'm set up with Forward Air. I'm set up with, damn it, Mercer. No, never mind. Take it back. I ain't set up with Mercer yet. But I got the carrier pack. I'm going to send it to it. I'm set up with Landstar. I'm set up with C.H. Robinson. I'm set up with TQL. I'm set up with about 6 or 7 people or companies that I can haul freight for. Let's say when I get to Spokane, Washington, however you want to say it, tomato. I get to Spokane, and I'm going to look on the Landstar load board looking for something coming out. Well, guess what? I'm going to make a couple calls. If I can't get a good rate, I'm going to say, all right, screw you. I'm going to call up C.H. Robinson. If I can't get no rates, I'm going to say, all right, screw you. I'm going to look on JB Hunt. You see what I'm saying here? If Uber comes into the game and they can put rates out there or good rates out there on good lanes and freight that we can haul, we're going to work with them. But if they don't have the rates, we're not going to work with them. A lot of people talking about they're going to devalue the industry. I agree on that with the autonomous big trucks. But, it's the tech future. It's the information age. Shit's going by leaps and bounds. The whole world as a whole has went leaps and bounds in the last 50 years, more so than all the civilization out of the millions of years. So we're going by leaps and bounds. So autonomous will probably be a thing, and it will come to pass. But I think we're a ways from that. There's so much liability there, and I don't think we're ready for that. I don't think those companies are ready for that because, they could have a fleet of 100 or 1,000 and 2 regs is going to put them out of business because that's multi-million dollars lawsuits. So I don't think the autonomous is anytime soon. But as far as Uber Freight jumping in the freight game, I signed up today, and I'm waiting on them to contact me and get the ball rolling. And if they got good freight, guess what? I'm going to haul it. If they don't have good freight, I'm not going to haul it. It's real simple to understand. And I watched another video about Ghost. He was talking about, he knows what he's talking about this. He's like, it's a customer base. So up front, Uber is going to be taking secondhand broker freight. The way I'm going to say it, I might be wrong, but they're going to be taking secondhand brokered freight. They're going to be getting access to loads that is coming out of JB Hunt, that's coming out of Snyder. The companies we've done hauling for, coming out of Landstar, and they're going to rebroker those loads and see if they can take a little cut from the top. That's what the industry's made up with. That's another video about how brokers work. But they're basically going to jump into the broker game, and from the start, it's going to be a lot of secondhand brokership. Now, as the months and weeks and months, and maybe the next couple years progress, they're going to start picking up more and more direct shippers. And when that happens, the rates are going to increase, as long as they're not greedy. If they get greedy, then I ain't hauling the damn shit. I'd rather haul, I'll haul for 10 cents cheaper, you know what I'm saying, than deal with a company that's shady like that. But they might be, they might not be, but they're going to pay in accordance to supply and demand. If people does not haul it, they're going to pay. If people do haul it, then guess what? They're going to be like these big companies. And if they do devalue freight prices, just keep this in mind. There's a lot of owner-operators signed on with Covenant. They get 95 cents a mile or 80 cents a mile. I mean, they're doing it every day. I don't know this. I don't really know the ins and outs of that. I'm just going by hearsay. But, you know, the big companies has already devalued the industry, and it's been doing it for the last 30 years. So Uber coming into the game, like I said, if memory serves me correctly, Uber comes into the game, it's going to affect the mega carriers more so than us as the drivers. So just keep that in mind, because all those taxi cab drivers that's out of business now, you know, they're Uber drivers now. They're working for themselves. So keep that in mind. Something to think about. I will make another video whenever I get access to the load board, and I'm going to, you know, see what kind of rates and lanes they got, what kind of freight's available. So may be a good thing, may not. But if you don't actually look into it, you may be shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I'm saying? Don't shoot yourself in the foot. You got to actually look into it. Anyway, I'm gonna get on down the road. See you, bye.